Hello there, welcome to English for Hospitality program. Today is meeting 12, and today we are going to talk about cultural sensitivity and diversity in the workplace. My name is Farah, and I am your instructor for today. So, cultural sensitivity and diversity in the workplace is basically something that is quite common in our culture as well. Probably, for example, if you're working in Jakarta, most of you probably have met people from outside Jakarta or probably outside Java Island. So those are basically cultural diversity in the workplace. Or probably some of you might notice that in your workplace there are many people from different religious background than you. So that is actually diversity in the workplace. So today we're going to talk about that. So let's start with some warming up question. So the first one is it is essential to respect and embrace diversity in the workplace to foster a culture of inclusivity and tolerance. What do you think? Is it true or false? Okay, some of you, probably most of you, answered true, and yes, it is essential to respect and embrace diversity in the workplace. What about this one? Expressing someone's religious belief in the workplace is considered inappropriate and can lead to a hostile work environment. What do you think? Is it true or false? Yeah, I believe most of you will say true. What about this one? Employees who display intolerant behavior toward others of different ethnic or cultural backgrounds can be subject to disciplinary action, including termination of employment. What do you think? True or false? Yeah, I believe all of you will answer true. So basically, these warming up questions are the questions that brings awareness to you about cultural differences and cultural sensitivity. So let's talk about discrimination in the workplace. So those questions that we have discussed before, three questions in the warming up sessions, are basically leading to discrimination in the workplace. So the discrimination in the workplace itself refers to treating someone unfairly or differently just because they have different personal characteristics than you. So personal characteristics doesn't mean personal or physical appearance, but it means different race, different gender, different religion, or different age gap than you. So that is basically considered as discrimination. Probably some of you might have encountered this in the workplace or in um, your school before. Let's take a look at some example here. If an employer consistently hires and promotes only individuals of a certain race, or probably religion, mostly, yeah, while overlooking equally qualified candidates of other race, that would be a discrimination, yeah. So that is not okay, of course, and hopefully there will be no discrimination in the workplace, at least less discrimination in the workplace, yeah. So let me move myself up here, or probably down here. Okay. So there are some important vocabulary which is related to cultural diversity and which is related to um, intolerance. Yeah. So the first one is diversity. It refers to the range of personal differences among people, including race, ethnicity, gender, religion, age, or physical or mental ability. So diversity means beragam, keberagaman, yeah, in Indonesian. Inclusion. Inclusion means ensuring that all individuals feel valued and respected within their work environment. So inclusion here means that everyone else is accepted, is valued and respected in the work environment. Equity, it means ensuring that every individual receive equal opportunities and outcomes, yeah, regardless of any background or characteristics that they have. The next one is unconscious bias. That means an implicit attitude or stereotype that shapes our perspective of others. So usually this is unintentionally. So bias means stereotype, yeah, and intentionally. So next, we have cultural competence. That means developing knowledge, skills, and attitude necessary to effectively navigate and communicate with individuals from different cultures and backgrounds. Cultural competence is very important. So normally, when we learn a new language, we don't just learn the language, but we also learn about the culture of the language itself, the culture where the language is spoken. Yeah. Next, so this is the first group exercise. So what I want you to do, so please read this illustration and then work in group. And please explain why this is wrong and how we should prevent something like this to ever happen again in the office. So feel free to pause the video now so that you can basically read the illustration here. And then please do some discussion with your group members. Feel free to choose your own group members. And then once you're done, please upload your answer in the Talon LMS. Please go back to Talon LMS, upload your answer there, and then please go back here again and just play the video again, and we can continue to the next one. Okay, so now you have done the exercise 1. Let's take a look at this picture. So if you notice here, this picture actually speaks a lot about inclusivity, speaks a lot about diversity in the workplace. If you pay attention, there are many people from different cultural background, different ethnic, probably different religion, and they have different looks, yeah? Not only we must never discriminate people, we must also demonstrate sensitivity in the workplace. So sensitivity here doesn't mean that you become sensitive, but become more aware of something in the workplace, yeah? More aware of differences. So sensitivity in the workplace here means the ability to understand and empathize and respond feelings or ideas of other people in a respectful and professional way. So basically the keyword here is to understand, to empathize, to respect in a professional manner. The example is a manager noticing that one of the employees seems stressed and overwhelmed, and responding with empathy and offering support or resources to help them manage their workload. So if you're a manager, you basically need to be more understanding, having empathy, more respect to other people in your team. So if someone is stressed and overwhelmed, you can ask them what happened. You can basically offer some help, giving some support, giving some empathy to them, and this is basically an example of sensitivity in the workplace. So here are some examples of expressions to show sensitivity. You can say, I understand where you're coming from. Now let's practice together. Please follow me. I understand where you're coming from. Now your turn. Okay, next. Thank you for sharing your perspective with me. Now your turn. Okay. Number 3. I apologize if I said something that was offensive or hurtful. Now it's your turn. All right. Number 4. Can you help me understand why you feel that way? Now your turn. Okay. Number 5. I appreciate your contribution to the team. Right. Number 6. Is there anything I can do to assist you? Okay. Number 7. I respect your opinion. Wonderful. Number 8. Let's work together to find a solution we can both agree on. Great. Number 9, I recognize and value the diversity of our team. Good job. And lastly, I am open to feedback and suggestions. Wow, excellent. So these are some expressions that you can use to show sensitivity to other people. Yeah. So next, there is a group exercise. So what you need to do here is technically, let me show you. Okay. So basically, there is an email here. So please feel free to read the email. And then what you need to do is please write a reply that shows your understanding and sensitivity as a manager. So please work in groups and please write an email reply to this email. And then once you're done, feel free to just upload your answer to Talent LMS. So that is basically it. And that's the end of our session today. Thank you very much and hope to see you again on the next session. Bye bye.